Hey guys, welcome to the seated leg press. I'm going to go over everything I have to go over with the leg press, how to set up, how to use it. So the first thing you want to do is sit down on the machine like I am, and you're going to bring your legs up, feet are about shoulder width apart, and you're going to see the angle of your knees. That's what I'm looking at to begin with. Alright, first thing that I'm looking for is the seat close enough to my pad that I'm pressing? So for me, I know I want my legs to be more a greater angle, okay? So for instance, like just for example, when I push this, I'm only pushing from there to there. And that's about a quarter of the way that I want to go. I want it to be a much deeper, almost like a much deeper squat, right? A much deeper leg press. So I adjust the seat, I'm going to bring the seat forward. So there's a knob underneath that you pull, and then you slide the seat up. Once you slide the seat up, you can sit back down and bring your legs back up. Now, when I'm here, that's good. This is almost like a 90-degree angle. That's basically what I want. All right, the next thing you want to look for is feet position. So your feet want to be pretty high on the machine, because what you want to do is draw or envision an imaginary line from your knees to your toes. You don't ever on this machine want your knees over your toes. So a lot of people will come up here and they want to leg press a lot of weight, but they bring their feet really low on the machine and their heels are almost off the machine. Now if I would draw a line from my knees to the pad, my knees are over my toes quite a bit. So what happens when I do that is if I would push from here, all the tension and all the stress gets put right on my kneecaps, and it's terrible for your knees to do that. Don't ever leg press like that, okay? Even if you want to leg press a lot of weight and you think it's easier and you think it's more efficient, it's not, and it's not working muscles that you want to work, and it's going to injure yourself more than anything. All right, so I make sure my legs are nice and high on the machine, make sure my knees are not over my toes, and my feet are about shoulder width apart. I also don't want them really close like this. All right, bring your legs and feet so they are shoulder width apart, and I turn my toes out just a little bit on an angle, outwards. Once I'm there, I like that. I've already selected my weight. Okay, so I know the weight that I need. Here's another mistake people make when changing weight. If you want to change your weight, you have to make sure there's no pressure on this pad where your feet are. If I try to change weight with my feet, even just a little bit of pressure on it, the pin gets jammed. So I have to completely bring my feet off the pad, and once I do that, now I can pull the pin. But it won't pull, the pin won't pull unless your feet are off of this. So I bring my feet up. Once I'm here, I sit straight up, my back is completely against the pad, and my butt is all the way back against the pad. My hands, there's little handles here for my hands, that's fine. And I just push with my legs all the way out. Not all the way out though. You don't want to come all the way out to where your knees lock. If your knees lock, that is a very bad position to be in. And there are a lot of people who get really injured on leg pressing, especially if it's a lot of weight, and they lock their knees out, and then their legs bend the wrong way. All right, do not lock your knees out. Once they're locked, you're in a dangerous position in the leg press. Don't ever completely lock out. Come back down controlled and push straight back out. I'm pretty much pushing through my heels. All right, you don't want to push through your toes. You want to push right through your heels. All right, nice and controlled. Do not slam the weight. Keep your hands down on the, I know my hands are just up here. That's a bad habit. Make sure your hands stay down on the handles. All the way down, all the way back up. If you want to do calf raises, that's fine. Now you can bring your feet down and let your heels off the bottom. And now you can just do a calf raise. So my toes are all the way at the bottom of the machine. My heels are off the machine, and all I do is point my toes. You can do calf raises on a leg press machine if you want to. Just walk your feet back up, control it down, and that's about it. That's the leg press.